What's up everybody, welcome back to Cilinix Crypto. Hope you're all doing great and welcome to this new video in which we'll talk about 3 AI projects. Now, what I want to say at the start is that these are not necessarily projects, these are not necessarily the best AI projects, I think. But these are 3 projects that I do think you can make quite a lot of money with once the AI narrative starts back up. All right, and I think that's important. If that's important to you as well, then watch this video. If that's not important to you, if you just want to know the best AI projects, I could make a video on that as well. But these are solid AI projects, all right? They do have real potential. And a real reason why I think you can make money with it, which is obviously because I think they can rally, but it's not that you can buy these cryptos right now and just get a guaranteed profit. All right, you do have to do some analysis and some weighting yourself. But for now, let's get right into it. All right, 3 projects. The first one is Render. We have to talk about Render. I think Render, like when we're talking about the best AI projects, I think Render gets close. So if you don't know Render, Render is a decentralized GPU provider and platform. So basically you can do rendering via their platform. You have more projects kind of similar to this right now. But Render is the absolute classic, all right? It has been around for a relatively long time. Raised a little bit of money in 2021, but that's a long time ago. Has no negative effects. Price action right now has been relatively bad, but that's obviously also because of the AI narrative, which is not going on right now. All right, and that is like by far the most important thing to wait for. Not only for the markets to get stronger, but also wait for some sort of a big development in AI, because then these AI cryptos will do well. And that's one of the criteria which I think you need to wait for before buying these. All right, but that point of time will come and you should be ready. So Render is by far, I mean, it has a great community. As you can see, a lot is being posted every single day about it, about Render. Great community, great founder, great team behind it. And it's providing real utility, all right? It's providing real utility in distributed GPU rendering. More cryptos are doing that, but Render is actually showing usage and results. And then together with it, like it has a market cap of $1.9 billion. That's definitely not nothing. But in terms of crypto, there's definitely room for growth there. All right. So in general, like Render is one of my favorite projects. Like I said, I think it's not a good area to buy right here. Maybe if we start, like if we get some sort of a bullish breakout on the daily time frame with some sort of an AI catalyst, that's the time to buy. All right. For now, like long term, I think these levels are fine. If you just want to dollar cost average, I think these levels are fine. I think they're even great. But if you really want a short-term profit, wait. Now the second project is a little bit of a more difficult one. Like this one I know because of the community, and it's Cubic. All right, so Cubic launched, if I'm not mistaken, earlier this year in January. So it's a relatively new project. But it's an interesting project, all right? It's very unique compared to other projects. And by the way, nothing in this video is sponsored, all right? I know Cubic sponsors, or I know they have a lot of KOLs. I'm not one of them. But I still think it's interesting. Now, Cubic itself is a proof of work layer 1 blockchain. And therefore, like things are actually possible with those, all right? Obviously, or at least Bitcoin is by far the best performing POW blockchain. But a coin like Kaspa is also a proof of work layer 1 blockchain. And that's doing great, all right? Layer 1 proof of work blockchains actually have some sort of a ring to it. And then Cubic also is doing a lot of stuff. Cubic in general is very unique in what they're doing with validators, how that works. They have some sort of an AI which calls AI Garth or iGarth. Not sure how to pronounce it, but that's also some sort of an AI running on top of Cubic that gets its information from hundreds of thousands of Cubic miners, which are creating billions of artificial neural networks. All right, so that's where the AI comes in. But apart from that, like I said, has a great community, is actually building something which is trying to provide value, which I always like a lot. In terms of price action, it still sucks. All right, volume is very low. The structure right here is not great. So for this, you just have to keep an eye on it, put it on your watch list, and wait for it to get some sort of an uptrend. And then if it's in an uptrend and if the AI narrative is here, I think you can make a lot of money with this. Until then, I would just put it on your watch list, but don't buy. I would not DCA into this, to be honest. And then third of all, we'll look at Spectral. So Spectral is similar. Like, this is relatively new as well. It launched in, what is it? It launched in May, so it's very, very new. Relatively low market cap at $17 million, but a fully diluted value of $590 million. They raised a lot of money by big venture capitals, which in this case actually isn't that great. There's some great names in this, right? So Jump Capital, Samsung, Franklin Templeton, Galaxy, Polychain. That's all, like, it has positive elements, but it does mean that they will get tokens and they will sell the tokens. All right, so this one, I think it's good to DCA, but for now, it's not looking bullish. All right, so I would wait for lower prices with this. If you want to DCA, I would wait for lower prices. Looks quite likely we'll get that, as long as there's no AI narrative. But Spectral is basically creating an on-chain agent economy, so you can create AI bots that do work for you. So some examples is for example what they built recently for Ansem. If I can find it, I'm not sure. I just saw it. I thought I had it on there. But basically what it allows you to do, if I cannot find it. Basically what it allows you to do is it allows you to create these agents, which provide real utility for you. All right. So for example, you can launch your own meme coin with some of their bots on chain. All right. So you can use just normal human language, or at least that's how they market it. Launch your own meme coin. You can set some sort of a bot that, if certain criteria are met, then your wallet or some sort of a bot buys Ethereum, if just to mention anything. And you can also use it, or developers can use it, to find vulnerabilities in their contracts, and much, much more. In general, relatively low market cap, great backing, also by KOLs. Again, I'm not one of them, unfortunately. But great backing, relatively low market cap, actually providing some value, and has rallied before when the AI narrative was around, which is great knowledge to have. But those are my picks, all right? So like I said, I don't think these are the best AI projects. I think these are AI projects you can make a lot of money with it. Spectral, if you want to buy this for the long term, I would wait for a little bit lower. Cubic, I would wait for the downtrend to break. Render, I think you can DCA, all right? But those are my thoughts. Thank you for watching. Take care and bye.